The Monsters of Chernobyl, Legends and Reality. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into an intriguing topic that straddles the line between legend and reality, the mysterious creatures of Chernobyl. I mean, who hasn't heard a spooky story or seen a movie about weird monsters lurking in the shadows of this infamous place? But just how much of it is true? Let's embark on this journey together as we separate fact from fiction. The Chernobyl disaster, a brief overview. First, let's hit the rewind button to April 26, 1986. This date marks the catastrophic Chernobyl disaster, when a nuclear reactor exploded in Ukraine. The fallout was devastating, both for the people living in nearby Pripyat and the environment. Can you imagine? Entire towns emptied in a matter of hours. People were evacuated, and the area became a ghost town, left to the mercy of nature. Today, we know Chernobyl as a haunting reminder of what happens when things go terribly wrong, leaving lasting effects on the land and wildlife for decades to come. The rise of urban legends. As you might expect, with a disaster of this scale, legends started swirling around quicker than a campfire story. Some say Chernobyl is home to mutated creatures, bizarre animals that have become something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Cue the eerie music. Popular culture jumped on this bandwagon too. Think movies, video games, and books featuring terrifying beasts prowling the abandoned streets of Pripyat. But let's take a closer look at these urban legends. Are they just tall tales, or is there some truth lurking beneath? Real changes in Chernobyl's ecosystem. Believe it or not, Chernobyl has turned into a bit of a wildlife sanctuary. Yep, you heard that right. With humans gone, nature has had the chance to reclaim what was lost. Many species, like wolves and bears, have made the zone their home, thriving in this unexpected safe haven. Studies show that wildlife populations have bounced back in impressive ways, adapting to life without human interference. Just imagine animals roaming freely where there used to be bustling human activity. It's a fascinating twist of fate. The myth of mutated monsters. Now, let's talk about those wild stories of mutated monsters. Sure, the idea of a giant three-headed creature sounds thrilling, but the reality is a bit less dramatic. Scientific research shows that radiation affects animals in different ways, but significant mutations aren't as common as the legends suggest. Most wildlife in Chernobyl is actually healthy and thriving, adapting rather than mutating. So maybe those monsters you've heard about are more fiction than fact. Human influence and ecological studies. While the wildlife may be thriving, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Scientists are actively studying the area, unraveling the complex relationship between radiation and the ecosystem. Through their research, they've discovered that biodiversity is surprisingly robust, showing how resilient nature can be. But here's the catch. Human influence still looms large. Poaching, illegal farming, and habitat destruction pose real threats to these wildlife populations. It's a delicate dance between nature and the remnants of human activity in the zone. Real monsters, the challenges faced by wildlife. As much as we'd all love to picture wolves and bears living harmoniously in a post-apocalyptic paradise, they face real challenges. The absence of humans doesn't mean everything's perfect. Poachers still sneak into the exclusion zone, putting delicate ecosystems at risk. Plus, without proper conservation efforts, the future of Chernobyl's wildlife could be at stake. Humans and wildlife need to find a balance, respecting the space where nature has flourished without interference. Chernobyl is a riveting example of nature reclaiming its territory, but those legends of mutated monsters, well, they're mostly just that, legends. The reality is filled with intriguing wildlife stories that showcase nature's resilience. It's incredible to see how, despite such a horrendous event, life finds a way to thrive. What do you think about the stories surrounding Chernobyl? Do you believe in the existence of its so-called monsters, or do you lean toward the science? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating insights on history, wildlife, and everything in between. Until next time, keep exploring the truth behind the legends.